Big camp coming your way. It's called Skillz and Drillz. It's a football camp, the first ever. It's this Sunday at January 13th at Mira Mesa High School. It's not like all those camps that just have a ton of kids. This is a boutique camp, specialized training, only 80 campers per age group. And the two men who are instrumental in the design of the Skillz and Drillz are joining me now. Kevin Brown and former Charger Legedu Naanee. Gentlemen, welcome back to the KUSI airwaves.
Thanks for having us.
Let's get right to it. A lot of people just like to open the doors and have 1,000 kids out there. It's almost like daycare. Yeah. You're not going that way. Why?
Well, because, we want to be specifically detailed for teaching the kids. We don't want kids running out there. We want to be able to keep their attention and tell them detailed techniques as far as mental as well and physical.
And what's the student-teacher ratio going to be like?
10 to 1.
10 to 1. That's a private school.
Oh, yeah.
That's a private school. I assume you subscribe to the same thing as you want to emulate the NFL camp. You guys have lived the NFL experience. It's a lot. People don't understand it's more mental than it is physical. Explain the importance of learning the game, say in a film room, and then going out and practicing.
Yeah, in the film room, being able to identify the coverage pre-snap, knowing who the guy you're trying to beat, knowing what spot on the field you need to get your body to, especially as a receiver, to get open is key. A lot of times athletes spend time on their skills, the speed, all of that, and we're really going to focus on the mental aspect first of what they want to execute, and then we're going to go drill by drill on the things, on physically how they can perform those on the field.
It's changing the game. I mean, you now have high schools with big monitors and they're doing in-game stuff, and kids are going home with iPads and they're seeing game film at home in between commercials of whatever they're watching. It's revolutionized how football's taught, has it not?
Yeah, when we were in the NFL, it was the dinosaur ages. We had pictures we were looking at, and they're like, he started here, but we don't know where he ended up. And so now they have that real in-depth play-by-play. No longer is it a halftime adjustment. It's series-by-series adjustment.
Kevin, you could be playing right now. The way it's become a little less taxing on the body. Back with like gladiators back in the day, as recently as when you guys were playing. Yeah. Now the emphasis is on the mental side.
The mental side.
Could you talk a little bit about that? When kids have such short attention spans, how do you get through the fog to reach them mentally?
You guys, pretty much you got to keep them excited. When you're giving them detailed information and they're able to understand it, it makes it easier to obtain their attention the entire time.
So what can a kid that comes to your camp, what can he learn specifically? I know there's 1,000 things, but if a kid can learn one thing at camp, then the money's worth it, right?
Right.
So what's the one thing, the message you want to send home?
We want them to learn the mental part of the game. It's a lot of times everybody's talent level is pretty much the same, but it's about how you approach the game and how you think of yourself. Confidence is key. And
there is a VIP room.
There is.
That involves, explain what the VIP session's about.
So the VIP experience is really wrapped around a Q&A period where athletes can really ask about, how do I know which school to choose to go for a D1 program? How do I know which school is the best fit for me? How did you handle when you didn't know what to do? All of those questions that I know that I struggled with as an athlete, we're going to give athletes a chance to really ask their pinpointed question, the parents as well, choosing your high school, all of the things that you really deal with and grow through lumps and bruises wise as an athlete. We're going to kind of streamline that and give them an opportunity to get that information.
Kevin, you have a pretty good reputation in this town just for all your 7-on-7 work. Some people were a little hesitant about the 7-on-7 thing, and especially as camps got in, blah, blah, blah. But it's changed football.
Yes.
It's changed the strategy of the game. All this wide open, I think, offense could be traced back to 7-on-7 camps. Now you have big man camps.
Right.
It's just the increasing specialization of the sport, is it not?
Pretty much. 7-on-7 is growing so fast. It gives coaches that play the game, like him and myself, an opportunity to teach these kids specialized techniques, advanced techniques. It helps out quarterbacks quite a lot. They can get their pre-snap read, lets them know when to throw a 1-ball versus the 2-ball. It helps the DBs learn the cover 2s, cover 3s, linebacker drops, and so forth.
I can't let you go without the last time you and I were together was in Foxborough, 2008, a decade ago. You were freezing on the sidelines. I was freezing up in the press box. Are Chargers going to win this rematch?
Chargers are going to win by 2 scores. 2 scores.
That's a pretty bold prediction. Why are they going to win by 2 scores?
Unlike other years, all of the favor goes to the Chargers, from the athletic ability, the skills that they have, their execution, the level that they're playing at going into the playoffs, everything is really in their favor. It's really just going to be about execution. You know, there's nothing that the Patriots can do from a personnel standpoint that can beat the Chargers. So as long as they show up and play their game, they walk out of there winning by at least 10 points.
All right, we'll hold you to that. If you're right, we'll have you back in.
Yeah.
Can we throw up the Skillz and Drillz board one more time? Kevin, you have a chance to fill the last spots. Make your pitch to the people.
If you want to come learn specialized technique from Coach LA and myself, come. I said we're going to teach you the mental aspect of the game as well as the physical aspect of the game. Like I said, you know, he played in the NFL. I was on a practice squad, so we're giving kids the opportunity to be around people who've been there and done that already.
We're also giving them the blueprint for how they can continue to work on their game once they leave the camp, what they can do in the park, when they're with their dad, when they're with their buddies, things they can continue to do to elevate their game.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in. Tonight on the ASR, we will have plenty of prep stuff, including a coach who is now a member of the 400 Win Club. We'll have all that for you coming up on the ASR. Sadly, the 5 p.m. newscast has concluded, but here's the good news. The KUSI News at 6 is about to begin.